Welcome back, everyone. Time for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
We are on the air with you for the next 10 minutes, commercial-free, beginning right now. So let's begin by checking in with meteorologist Elisa Raffa with our forecast first. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, guys. We've got some fog down at the landing in Branson this morning. Skies are a little bit gray there. You've got some dry roads and warm temperatures. It is 70 degrees. We've got a temperature at 72 in Springfield, 72 degrees in Rolla, and 72 also in Camden. Dew points again are sticky in the upper 60s and lower 70s, so it is a little bit sticky out there to start this morning. At the pool today, you'll have mostly sunny skies, an extreme UV index, and temperatures up in the lower 90s. An isolated storm is possible as you fire up the grill this afternoon and evening. Most of us will be dry, and then we'll stay muggy through the evening hours. So today will be much like yesterday, some spotty storms, pretty hot and humid. A line of storms could dive south after midnight tonight, arriving by tomorrow morning. And if things stay organized into a line, you're looking at some damaging winds possible. Depending on how that plays out, you could have some redeveloping storms by Thursday afternoon. So a marginal risk for us tomorrow as far as severe weather goes, especially for that threat of damaging winds. Expect just spotty storms today. Overnight, you could have that damaging wind threat. If the storms are absent or weak in the morning, then you get the afternoon round. If you have an action-packed morning round, then probably not much in the afternoon. It would be either or. But you're looking at the pattern staying a little bit active by the end of the week with some showers and storms possible on Friday. We're going to turn hot by next week. Highs get back into the middle 90s by Monday and Tuesday. Joe, Jen?
Wearing a mask is widely recommended by most healthcare facilities, professionals, and the CDC. You've heard all this by now, but there are some that are experiencing what's become known as mask intimidation.
When I first signed up for the flight, they were careful to say that they would leave the middle seats empty and so on, but that was not the case. In order to get on the flight, you have to sign a form saying that you're going to wear a mask, but people did not do that. They would wear it just enough to get on.
That was Ann Egbert you just heard from, and she tells us that on a recent flight she saw others not wearing masks properly on purpose and took video and then said that she was being mocked for that. We spoke to Kent Boyd at the Springfield-Branson National Airport. He says they can't have a masking requirement inside the airport because the city of Springfield doesn't require it yet, but he believes in recommending that all travelers that come into the building do wear one.
Please wear a mask when you come to the airport. We've done everything we can do to make the place as safe as possible. From the moment you enter the door, there's hand sanitizers, there's the social distance markings.
Now, most airlines require all travelers to wear masks while on board a plane, but the rules on the aircraft are different than the rules inside of an airport.
Well, yesterday, Springfield Salvation Army bucket was passed on to two new leaders. Majors John and Chris Augenstein come with 23 years of experience. They served in Flint, Michigan for 11 years and also helped out in Iowa, Kansas, and Illinois. The Augenstein say they feel they're prepared to help out the community in a time of need.
The bucket.
Before coming to Springfield, John Augenstein was the incident commander for the Central Illinois and Eastern Iowa's COVID-19 response. Those areas oversee around 25 Salvation Army units. Chris was in charge of women's and senior programming in those areas. Here in Springfield, she's going to be taking on the role of pastor and overseeing programming. John says he wonders what impact COVID-19 will have on the Salvation Army's big Christmas fundraiser. And he says Springfield's situation with the pandemic is much different than what he dealt with in Illinois.
It was very scary, and what was happening in Chicago colored the whole state. It was very restrictive. The governor was very cracked down on everything. When we came here to Missouri, even to visit earlier in June, it was like almost coming to a situation more normal. There was more interaction allowed, and that's continued to be our experience. That I know there's been an upswing in cases here, but still.
The Augenstein say they plan to keep things as is at the Salvation Army. John says when something is running well, don't break it.
Let's do some news around the region now. Many people took advantage of free testing offered in East St. Louis, but it may be some time before getting results. That's due to a surge in testing across the metro area there that's creating a backlog. The delay is coming from labs like Quest, which handles results for many of the testing sites around St. Louis. The lab says because of nationwide demand, especially in the south and west regions of the country, they are outpacing their capacity.
Wearing a mask inside a building is now a requirement in Kansas City, but not all businesses have been following those rules. The Kansas City Health Department says the city receives 50 to 60 complaints a day about COVID mandates. It's an increase that can be attributed to the face mask order.
I mean, we've heard all kinds of excuses. Mainly, it's my right not to wear a mask. Mainly, they're using their constitutional rights. You cannot force me to do something I'm not comfortable.
If a business is not complying, the health department delivers a letter to the owner. If that doesn't work, the department can suspend permits and licenses. That's only happened to one business so far. This mask ruling for KC is in place until at least July 12th.
Racist slurs, a noose, and swastikas were among the complaints a current employee and two former employees at the Frito-Lay plant in Topeka, Kansas, included inside of a federal lawsuit. Plaintiffs are seeking a jury trial to be conducted. The three plaintiffs asserted they suffered unlawful discrimination on the basis of their race in violation of the Civil Rights Act of 1866.
News from around the world now. At least 58 people have died from the torrential rain in Japan, and now the flooding has caused mudslides. At least a dozen people are still missing. Thousands of Army personnel have been deployed for rescue operations, as many houses and roads are almost completely submerged. Millions have been urged to evacuate, although it's unknown how many people have actually done so.
Australian double world champion snowboarder Alex Pullen drowned today while spearfishing. Pullen was found by a snorkeler. Lifeguards and paramedics attempted to resuscitate him after pulling him from the water, but he did not survive. Pullen won world championship titles in snowboard cross in 2011 and 2013, competed at the 2010 Winter Games in Vancouver, and placed 6th at the Games in South Korea just 2 years ago. He was 32 years old. We also have some more local news for you. The Missouri Job Center is relocating its north side location. The center will be moving to the Fairbanks on Broadway Avenue. The move is to provide more strategic services to residents of Zone 1. A tentative opening date is set for Monday, August 3rd. Let's go now to take a look at what's coming up on CBS this morning.
Coming up, as President Trump pushes for a fall school reopening, we talk to Dr. David Agus about potential safety measures and risks. Plus, getting back to work, a look at reimagined office space in the new normal. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Big trend that's sports related and very sweet. That Usain Bolt, are you familiar with him?
Yes.
Fastest man alive. I believe he's won 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold medals in the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's a lot. He had a little baby girl, and I think if you scroll, you can find the picture there. But the main takeaway here is the name. All right, her name.
This is his most prestigious victory yet.
That's
the
right.
baby girl.
His name, the name of the baby is Olympia Lightning.
Can
Oh,
you
I
scroll?
love
I
it.
want to see her.
Scroll the picture. Scroll the picture. Ah, there you go.
Oh,
There you go. This is Mom holding it.
So beautiful.
Very nice.
I love that name.
Olympia Lightning Bolt. Very good, right?
Perfect.
Very cute. We'll have some heat today.
See you, everyone.